Hello bros, I'm contestant X0, bro from Russia, and next part, Sakura Succubus 3. So let's return to where Cosmo is wearing a bunny suit and with a bowl of chocolate and a pencil apparently. Alright, let's keep reading. She dressed up just like a bunny girl. Her curves are barely contained by her skin-tight leotard. The black leotard bears a few similarities to the Succubus outfit, but it's slightly more modest. That's not saying all that much though. Cosmos has paired a leotard with a pair of black tights which are even so slightly see-through. The curves of her hips are clearly defined as she bulging of her full tights. Her outfit has been caped off with a pair of floppy ears and a fluffy white tail. She looks utterly adorable. So you noticed, did you? It took you a little while. Yeah, this isn't bold enough. Cosmos glances down at her attire and her brow furrowed. I have a lot of other costumes back at home. I wear them during my photo shoots for my Rapipond followers. I have a tied Chinese dress, a maid outfit, and lots of swimsuits. I wasn't sure which one you would like at most, so I picked up one of my very favorites. But maybe it's too plain. What do you think, Hiroki? Oh no, it's not plain at all. I think it suits you perfectly. You do? Yeah, it clings to you in all the right places. I can see all your curves. Your chest looks great, and there's even a window so I can see your belly button. That's super cute. Hehe. Cosmo giggles. I like that too. I think it's one of the outfit's best features. uh, well, this is actually wholesome. I could say, man, belly buttons sure are great. Well, that depends on different situation. Your own bitch are super cute. I don't really think that shirt should be shaved on girls anyway, but I mean it's not something you really go after. I don't think any person really do that. And I think actually the third one is the one I will choose. I prefer it if I could get a better look at you behind. That's the one I would choose because I don't really too interested in the other two. I prefer if I could better look at you behind. Belly buttons are great and all, but they are compared to a nice behind. In that regard, I think Hazel might just have you beaten. But you're both adorable in your own rights. When it comes to pure lewdness, not even I can compete with Hazel. She's so shameless. I would never go outside in a skirt without wearing panties. This is the best I can do. I know I might not stack up to her, but did I do good? You did great. I give Cosmos a thumbs up. She beams and claps her hands together. Yay! Cosmos' cuteness has helped me forget for a few moments how tired I am. But a few questions still remain. Did you walk here in that outfit all the way from your home? I did, but don't worry, I wore a coat on top. Nobody should have seen. I've worn even skimpy outfits than this to take photos for social media. But right now, you're right, the only person in the world who can see me like this. I belong to you. That's a relief at least. I wonder if she could get in trouble for floating public decency laws in a get-up like that. It's not like she's revealing everything. Hostesses in bars sometimes wear less. I don't want to risk it though. It caused quite a stir because Moretti, the famous rapper was incarcerated for being simply too lewd. And how did you get into my apartment anyway? I thought I locked the door. Don't tell me I forgot. I hope I'm not going senile. I'm not even 30 yet. It was locked. Don't worry. It didn't stop me though. Nothing can get in the way of my love for you. Ah yes. I should have figured. Did she break down the door, I wonder? This isn't the first time Cosa has bypassed locks and sneaked unbidden into my home. She had done it a couple of times already, which explains why I'm not more startled than I am. I guess I've become used to it. She freaked me out the first time she showed up in my apartment unannounced, but now I know she doesn't mean any harm. She's not a wicked succubus who wants to drain me of my life essence. She just wants to be my girlfriend. It's pretty pushy about it, but her insistence is kind of cute. The other succubus need to step up their game if Cosmos will take my heart in a fell swoop. Hey Hiroki, aren't you going to pay a little more attention to me? I did come all the way here to see you, and I was walking in heels. You should tell me that you love me. You're my boyfriend, so I only want you to look at me. Right, I'm sorry, Cosmos. My voice tries off. Cosmos is holding something in the hand. It looks like a paintbrush. It bristles dripping with brown. Paint, is it? Actually, I'm not sure about that. It smells a bit too sweet to be paint. Is that melted chocolate? Ding ding, you got it. Well done. Since you're so smart, I'll give you a prize. I cover myself in chocolate and you can lick it off me. It's been so long since we spent any time together. I want to do something special. So Costa stops brown heart above her cleavage, bristle pressed against the pale skin, denying it. I'm actually not too fond of chocolate. If there would be anything, I would suppose it would be whipped cream. But that's because I don't like chocolate, so I watched on wait. Forget the belly buttons and armpits. This site is way more erotic than either of those things. So Hiroki, aren't you going to help me? Help you? With what? With my outfit, of course. If this keeps up, I'm going to get all dirty. I love this bunny girl costume. I think it's really cute. I hate for it to get covered in sticky, goppy chocolate. So you have to help me remove it. Doesn't that sound like fun? I'm getting excited just thinking about it. After that escapade, I washed my foot and scrub melted chocolate from the tatami floor as best I can. Cosmo hops into the shower and she cleans herself. Fortunately, the chocolate comes away quite easily, but she does stain one of my towels brown. At least she has the wherewithal to look guilty about. It's not like I'm really angry either. It's only a stupid towel. Cosmo's happiness is far more important. By the time we put everything right, the sun has risen. It's 7 a.m. now and too late to go back to bed. I still feel tired, but I decided to go ahead with my promised date. We eat breakfast together in my kitchen, then set off to a nearby gallery. Constance's experiment with melted chocolate must have inspired me. We walk around and examine all the paintings, and hand in hand, to any outside observers, I'm sure we look like the ordinary couple out on a date. Carmen is wearing her cat ears like always, but we don't run into any of her adoring fans. Maybe they can't recognize her when she isn't wearing her more risky outfits. It doesn't seem like the man and woman in this art gallery know Cosmo's real identity either as a social media star or as a succubus. The succubus is kind of the most secretive one of those. I doubt they know everything we did earlier this morning either. Even if I'm a little shaken, I was an active participant. It doesn't quite feel real. But the sensational Cosmos palm in my own reassures me that this is my new reality. I don't just have one wonderful girlfriend, I have 5. I'm determined to make them all happy even if it kills me. I care about them all far too much to choose favorites. That one we have seen. That I'm sure about. Alright, darling, open wide and say ah. After a trip to the art gallery, Cosmo asked if he could go to this cute cafe. It's a place I have many fond memories of. I was here with Cosmos and I had our first real interaction. Well, no, that's not quite right. Our first real interaction was on the train when I was on my way to work. But I don't think that really counts. We didn't really talk. Cosmos just pushed herself up against me, most indecently, I might add. Back then I didn't even know her name. I never imagined that our relationship would escalate as it has, or that we'd even have a relationship. Life sure does work in mysterious ways. She's my girlfriend now, though, and it was in this very cafe that she confessed her feelings to me. Though they barely knew me, she was certain she loved me. She was interested in the man who had ensnared her exciting older sister Marina and I, so she decided to nominate herself as my girlfriend. Technically, she is still the only one of the 5 Sakura I know who's my girlfriend. Ayu calls me her cameraman, Marina calls me her partner, Ifumi calls me her husband, and Hazel calls me her wingman. Okay, so that we got confirmation of what everyone calls us. But Cosmo's probably the most lovey-dovey. She likes holding my hand and sneaking kisses and embracing me. And come on, open up. If you don't, the ice cream will melt. She said that last time too. I don't want to waste it. It's really, really good. She said that also. Well, now I close my legs beneath the table. Since I'm kind of tall, my knees bump against the underside of the table and it shakes as does my black coffee and Cosmos excrement sundae. I swear, for such a skinny girl, Cosmos sure does eat a lot of sweets. I wonder where all the calories go. To her chest? That would certainly explain her figure. I'm not sure a big sweets myself, but I bought that Sunday so you could enjoy it, not me. But you've not eaten anything since breakfast. You go hungry. Cosmos pouts. Let me look after you. It's what a girlfriend's supposed to do. Hey, you get so insistent about the strangest of things. I know I'm strange, but I don't think this is. Cosmos pouts. You're my boyfriend and I want to look after you. That's normal. At least I think it's normal. Lots of girls do stuff like this with their partners. Guess you're right there. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make your significant other happy. That's right. Cosmos nodded enthusiastically. A few drops of half-melted ice cream drip from the spoon and land on the table. I'm glad we're on the same page. You're my significant other and you're very, very significant to me. You have a big place in my heart. You make me happy, so I want to make you happy in return. Ice cream makes me happy, so it should make you happy. Now eat. Cosmos jabs the spoon in my direction. Eat from the spoon that was in my mouth and swallow all my saliva along with the gooey melted ice cream. It will taste really good. I think your saliva tastes good. It can't taste bad or I gag every time I swallow. Good point. I smile. Maybe you could do what Ifumi does and sell you bottle spit. I hear it's very lucrative. Ifumi sells her spit? Inkus sake, yeah, it's a special kind of sake made from fermented spit. Wow. Goes with brow furrows. Ifumi is more degenerate than I thought. I don't know if degenerate is the right word. It's a very dignified ancient Japanese art. Do you think I'm dignified, Hiroki? Well, she is actually adorable, so... I think you're adorable, even more so when you get all pouty. I nudge Cosmo's foot beneath the table. I'm not big on sweets, like I said, but I have no problem with your spit, and I bet the ice cream will taste pretty good when fed to me by a total cutie like you. Cosmo blinks big shining eyes. Her face turns a adorable shade of pink as I slurp the ice cream from her spoon. She was the one who suggested, not demanded that we share a spoon, but it looks like she's getting flustered. Okay, Closer shifts in her seat. She drops the spoon on the table with a clatter, then services me beneath her eyelashes. Did you really think I'm adorable? I swallowed the ice cream with a shudder. It was right. It's too sweet and smile. Of course I do. You're the best. Ah, the best? Closer cups her cheeks with her hands. I've never been told that before. Well, you're better used to it, cause I'm going to keep saying it. Don't forget, I like you a lot. If I didn't, we wouldn't be going on a date right now. Well, goes and squeaks. Well, I did assume you must like me. It is strange though. Aren't you used to being liked? You're one of the most popular creators on Rapipon. You must get compliments every single day. I do, but the kindness is strange. Of strangers, though, I appreciate it isn't the same as your kindness. When those people compliment me, they're usually talking about my body. They don't know me as a person, so they can't talk about my personality. And while they call me sexy, they don't often call me cute. Good. Then this can be a thing between me and you. Your fans can call you sexy all they want, but I call you cute, and I want to see all the sides of you that you don't show anybody else. We can go on dates together and do all the separate couple things with you that you like. You can feed me in public and we can link arms. We do whatever you want if that makes you happy. But, no, that isn't how this works. Goes across and kicks me under the table. I'm supposed to make you happy, but I want to make you happy. But I'm your girlfriend, it's my job. No, it's not. Don't talk like that. I don't want you to think of this as a chore. I want you only to do the things with me if you want to. Don't force yourself. I'm not worried that I'm forcing you. I never dated anybody before, and there's a lot of things I still don't understand. There's a lot of things I want to do with you, too. Being with you is exciting. But I'm afraid I'm too demanding. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. You don't, and if you did, I tell you. I offer the top of Cosmo's head. Don't worry, you can't all be experienced with these things. It come with time, and we have plenty of that. It's not like I'm planning to break up with you. Oh, Hiroki, thank you. Cosmo smiles. You really are nice. I appreciate it a lot. You're so good to me, it makes me worry. What about? About what will happen if you have to leave me. Why would I ever do that? Don't you believe me when I say I want to be with you? I know I've been busy with work lately, but I really do want to stay by your side. Eh, Cosmo giggles. You say you don't like sweets, but you're pretty good sweet talker yourself. Your words are even more sugary than my sundae. Hey, that makes me happy. Marina always scolds me and Ayu teases me, but I think you understand me. You're so nice. But you ensured so many hearts, it seems inevitable she noticed, then she might get jealous. It takes you for me. Cosmo broke first. She dips her head and expression troubled. Well, I just hope that doesn't happen. I don't want to say goodbye to you. I love you way too much. A few days later. Oh, so are you? Just the man I want to see. My boss greets me jovially when I arrive at work on Monday morning. He slaps me on the back with one of his large meaty hands and I try to suppress a groan. I'm glad my boss has warmed to me after years of working underneath him, but being in his good graces is almost as painful as being in his bad books. Those hearty slaps of his hurt, damn it. I'm not a small man by any means. I'm not one of the tallest people in my office, but my boss is old, tall and wide. I think he must have an extra 100 pounds on me, if not more. I hope he hasn't left any bruises. Now, what are you doing, lad? Sit down. I have something I want to discuss with you. It's a highly important matter. Right. What is it? I have a job for you. It should prove to be pretty interesting, too. More than so than taking photos of dull political events. I've been working at this company long enough to know what my boss considers newsworthy. He's a bit of a leech, and he loves running articles on famous artists, actors, pin-up models. It's ostensibly in the name of selling more copies of our newsletter, but in actuality I think my boss just like gawking at all the photographs of pretty women I snap for him. There's nothing wrong with gawking at pretty women, of course. Idols, actors and pin-up models are all the business of being gawked at. But my boss doesn't do much to hide his interests, shall we say. He's so transparent. So what is the job? Do you want me to meet some celeb again? Yes, indeed. I have it on good authority that there should be several important people at this event. Watsuki Marina chief among them. Marina? I sit up a little straighter. Marina's name is piqued with my interest. Do you want me to take some photos of her for an upcoming article? Her and whoever else happens to be there. A big charity event's going to be held the weekend after next. You see, it's all been set up by Miss Wakatsuki. She arranged a ball for a social elite with champagne and caviar. There works there'll be an orchestra and hundreds of people will be there. The price of entry is steep, but all proceeds will go towards developing a new children's wing at the local hospital. Oh really? I hadn't heard. Didn't Miss Watsuki tell you about it? She didn't have a chance. She's been busy with work. Maybe this is why it's been so silent on Marina's front for the last few weeks. She must have been busy arranging this charity ball on top of her other responsibilities. Marina sure is a hard worker. That's a shame. I rather banking on your continued relation with Miss Wakatsuki. It's thanks to your relation that we've been invited to all these press squeeze jobs. My boss slaps me on the back hard. Don't let her get away from you now. I do my best, sir. Not that Marina is a fish or anything. Good lad. That's the spirit. Marina might have informed you about this event, but she was kind enough to tell me about it. She sent me an email this morning asking if I wish to cover it in my paper. She requested that I send you over to take some photos of it. It's a good PR for her and her company. She asked for me, by name. Do you think that you're up to the challenge? My coworkers are beginning to whisper at this. They're trying to keep their voices down, but I can still hear them. What? Ogasawara again? He's not the only photographer in the office. Why does he get all the best jobs? The boss never used to rate him so much, but now he's putting all his faith in him. It isn't fair. I'm a better photographer than he is. If anybody deserves to go to this event, it's me. Well, we all know life isn't fair. It's not a mediocrity. See, whether you get ahead of now or not, it's all determined by who you know, not what. I sure wish that the Sakura would pay attention to me. What does she see in Ogasawara anyway? This is it. It's official. There's no God. I have no faith in this world. My coworkers commiserate with one another, all the while shooting me vicious glances. Well, if Succubus exists, God could exist too. Doesn't mean you have to put faith in that God. I think it's pretty absent if it actually exists. If looks could kill, I'd be dead several times over. Fortunately, looks can't kill, and I'm very much alive. I just need to try and ignore them. Being the object of office collective jealousy is painful, but there's no point to trying to argue back. It'd be a waste of my breath. In any case, I'm too excited about the opportunity to pay what they have to say much heed. The ball itself sounds like it'd be fun event. Maybe I'll be able to try forge grass, but I'm more excited about seeing Marina again. It's been ages. Yes, sir. I do my best. I know you would. Make sure you make a good impression. You'll be representing our paper to the whole ballroom full of the rich and the famous. Make sure you brush your hair for once and don't wear those awful jeans. Rent yourself a nice suit. Yes, sir. I replied with a touch less enthusiasm than before. I never thought my boss as a very homemade guy, but they're starting to sound like my dad. I wonder if my boss has any kids of his own. He's old enough for it, but I never heard him mention having a wife or a mistress nor a family. I want you to take a lot of photographs. You need to capture the glitz and the glamour of this event in its fullness. You can't afford to screw this up. It's an incredible opportunity. And if there's not too much trouble, my boss grins, I'd like you to bother Miss Watsuki up to flatter her ego. Try to keep in her good books. Offer to dance with her, maybe, if the opportunity arises. And if she invites you back to her hotel room, don't turn her down, for pity's sake. With Watsuki, it's very important business connections for us. I hate for you to turn her against us. I do my best, sir. I reassure my boss, not that I really need to. A full extent of my relationship with Marina isn't public knowledge, but it's progressed further than I think even my boss realizes. We're bound together by a strong bond. I care for Marina deeply, and I'm sure she cares for me. That would be why she invited me to this event. I bet she wants to spend time with me too. This isn't just a good gig. It's a chance to spend a bit of quality time with a woman that I love. I can hardly wait. I just wonder what sort of dress she'd be wearing to this most prestigious events. Time passes and the date of Marina Charitable arrives. I buy myself a nice suit several days in advance, just like my boss instructed. It's costly, but buying it outright isn't much more expensive than renting. Moreover, I tell myself if Marina invites me to even more of these events, I need a nice suit of my own. Maybe it's presumptuous of me to assume I received any further invitation like this. But I don't see why Marina wouldn't. We are partners after all, and I don't mean that in the business sense. The ball takes place in a fancy government building with smooth marble floors and glitch chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. I don't arrive late by any means, but there's already a lot of people throwing the ballroom when I do arrive. There's a lot of wealthy women wearing extravagant elaborate dresses. But nobody looks more beautiful than Marina. She is implanted in a crimson gown with very low back. The dress clings to her every single curve and makes her look more gorgeous than ever. When she sees me, she flits over to me, a glass of champagne in one hand and a bright smile upon her made-up face. Okay, really is wonderful to see you here. It's good to see you too, Marina, but should you really be talking to me now? Or shouldn't I? Marina purses her lips. You forget I'm the one who arranged this event. I should be allowed to speak to whoever I wish. I'm not saying you can't, it's just... I crane my neck about the luxury show. Most of these people are unfamiliar to me, but a handful look familiar. I'm sure I've seen the man in the suit, though that's not very descriptive. All the men here are wearing suits. By the trestle table of a canopy passed before. Is he a politician? I distinctly remember seeing him on TV. I think that bald man conversing with a gaggle of pretty-legged ladies is a politician too, isn't he? The Minister of Welfare? Education is it's something like that. That woman over there is a popular anchor singer from the 80s, and I'm sure the man is working with arm in arm is the owner of a large electronic company. The place is crawling with the rich and mighty and the important. How many connections does Marina have anyway? There's a lot of people here with way more influence than me. Shouldn't you be trying to butter them up? All due time, my dear Hiroki. The mere fact that I invited them here to this gathering of elites should be enough to flatter most of their egos. You're quite right. I have to do a bit more scrumption throughout the night, but I can spare a few minutes for you. But I'm nobody special. Darling, please. Marina hands a glass of half-drunk champagne to a convenient passing waiter, then takes my hands in her own. To me, you are the most important person here. You might not have as much money as the rest of this crowd, but I know you are far more personal level than most. I know that you are a sweet, kind man who wouldn't do anything to help those in need. That is more than I can be said for the most. But this is a charity event. I doubt these people would have come here if they didn't want to help those in need. Oh no. Marina wrinkles her nose. When you have been to as many of these events as I have, you learn that it's all for show. These people are posturing. They want to look good in the cameras, the newspaper, and the general public. That's why they come to events like this, and that's why they donate so much of their money to charity. Well, that and the tax breaks. You can write donations off so you don't need to pay tax on them. Most of the very rich do it as it means to safeguard their own cash. I wager the majority of the people here are wholly self-interested. They don't really care about anything but themselves. You're different though. That's why I'm so very fond of you. You see? I don't think I'm all that great, but thanks for the vote of confidence. I've been feeling distinctly out of the loop ever since I got here. Other than you, nobody comes to talk to me at all. It's like they can smell money. Or my lack of it. Don't pay them any heed. I won't while I'm with you. Now, when the expression brightens as a violin quarters over a corner begins to play, I'm rather fond of this song. Would you care to dance with me, Hiroki? Of course I would. I'm not a very good dancer, but hell, I dance with any beautiful woman any day of the week, no matter the circumstances. Room can be on fire, and if she still wants to dance, even the room is burning down to the ground, I'd do it. I love to dance with you, Marina. In fact, I can think of nothing I like more. You really do look beautiful in that dress, by the way. I can't wait to press you against my body. I gain my self-confidence bolstered by the glitzy atmosphere. I'm almost starting to feel like I'm an elite myself. I bet all the old guys here will be super jealous. I'm sure they will. Marina titters. I'm a very popular woman. My company is in the high demand. But worry not. I only have eyes for you. Now come with me. Follow my lead. And that's a picture. So let's save there. So that was all I have for Sakura Succubus 3 this time. I'll say like and share and see you next time. Bye bye.